Hi, good evening. Today is December 15th. We're still not allowed to have class in the dojo, so thank you for joining us online. Tonight's class, we will focus on a lot of footwork, and we're actually going to focus on just one technique, iriminage, entering throat. For tonight's class, you also will not need a floor mat or anything. It's all going to be standing, except for this little part right now where we're starting up. But let's go ahead and stand up and get to stretching first. So, chin to shoulders, so each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju, up and down, each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay, arms across, each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju, and diagonals, each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. All right, twisting at the waist, each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. All right, right hand up, stretch over to your left. Up. Left hand up, stretch over to your right. Up. Right hand up, stretch to your left. Up. Left hand up, stretching over to your right. Okay. So from hands in this middle position, rotate over to your right side, back behind, back to the right, and reverse. To your left side, knee, reverse. San, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay. Hands on the floor, in the middle, behind your feet. Come up, stretch back, forward, in the middle, behind your feet, and up, back. One more time, to the middle, behind your feet, and up, and back. Okay, stretching down to your right side. Left foot as flat as possible. Okay, switch over to your left side. Right foot as flat as possible. Okay, back over to your right side. Up on your left heel. You want a little bit more of a stretch, put your left hand behind your left foot, reach your right hand out towards that left foot. Okay, reach it over. To your left side, you're on your right heel. Okay, same thing, you want a little more stretch, put that right hand behind that right foot, reach that left hand out to that right foot. Okay, coming up to like a little bit of to like a squat, right hand on the right knee, push and look over your left shoulder. Okay, switch, push with your left hand, look over your right shoulder. Push with your right, look over your left. Push with your left, looking over your right. Okay, bring those feet together. Bend those knees. Rotate them counterclockwise. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Now clockwise. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay, next one. Keep the feet as straight as possible, and then bending at the waist. Just hanging there. Trying to touch the ground. Okay, now bend those knees, bring those shoulders back, bring that head up, keep that spine strong or straight, keep those feet flat. Okay, straighten out those knees, bend at the waist. Bend those knees. Again, bring those shoulders back, bring that head up. Keep those feet nice and flat. Straighten out the knees, bend the waist. And last time. Bending those knees. Keeping those shoulders up and head up. If you want to, bring those hands up. Keeping that spine nice and straight. And coming up. Okay, to tori, wrist stretches. So, 3 ways to do it. First one is just kind of keeping the legs just right there, a little bit wider than shoulder width. If you want a little bit of a thigh burn, go ahead and get into like about a mid-level squat, just where you're lowering yourself just a little bit, just bending your knees. If you really want to get a nice slow burn, take the feet out a little bit wider than shoulder width, and then coming into a full squat like you would do a wall sit while we do these exercises. And getting down to position, starting ikkyo first, bring it up. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Other side. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Nikyo, left pinky up, right thumb on top, and bring it back to ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Right pinky up, left thumb on top, and bring it back. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Sankyo, and twist it out. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Other hand. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Put the gaishi, palm flat on the back of the hand, and twist out. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Other hand, just palm flat on the back of the hand, and twist out. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Grab those left fingers, straighten them out, pulling those fingers back, bringing it down, stretching them out. Same thing with the right hand. Grab those right fingers, stretch them out, and down. Shake those hands out a little bit, the wrist, and let those thighs rest a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this camera around so we can use our mirror as well as our COVID-approved partner for this evening's exercises. Tori funa or hip-rowing exercises. Getting into a good hami. We'll generally start left or hidari hami. From here, hands stay from the hips. We rock forward and bring it back, keeping the spine Nice and straight and solid, just like you're rowing a boat. Keep it in front of the hips. Extend out as you go forward. Bring it in as you come back. Trying not to get your feet up off the ground. And starting with the left side. So, hold, 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 hold. Okay, now switching over into right or iriminage, so right foot in front. It's the same thing, except now slightly different breathing pattern. It's hey sa. So we're here, so it's hey sa, 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 sa. Now we go back into the left, or iriminage, so left foot in front, and then we're going to go double time. But as we go double time, we don't sacrifice the coordination. We try to keep it still coordinated. We don't just let the arms go, and we just don't let the hips go. We try to keep it in nice sync. And there we go. And then I like to bring it back, big inhale, hands up, big exhale, hands down, getting into the center, and then kind of start bouncing, or slightly, bouncing, rocking from the soles of your feet, to your knees, middle, to the top of your head, and then you just let it stop and settle. All right. So, now that we have the idea of shifting the weight, now we'll protect the head. Menuchi, ikkyo, swinging up exercise. So as I'm here, I'm going to swing up. To swing up, again, it protects my head. I just don't have my hands here. Face is not protected. Hands are up, protecting the side of the head. So if we're looking to see how the camera is, as I go forward, my hands come up. I come back, hands come back down. Again, they don't come back behind my hips. They stay in front of my hips the whole time. Okay? So as we're here, let's do a count of 10. I'm actually going to go ahead and do it facing towards the camera here. So I've got my left foot forward, and each, ni, san, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay. Right to iriminage, same thing. And each, ni, san, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. All right, so now we'll start with the pivot or the kaiten. So I'm here left, you hit that iriminage. As I do the menuchi ikkyo undo, head strike exercise, it's up, down, then I pivot as best I can around my own spine, up, down, pivot around that spine, up and down. The way I like to turn is I will come up on the ball of my toes or right behind my toes and move from there. Some people go from the heels. I'm going to say it doesn't matter. Do what's best for you and what keeps you in balance as you move from side to side. Okay, that's going to be the big thing about this is making sure shoulders and hips are always stacked over each other, or as best it can be. So I do this facing the camera. So as we do that kaiten, go forward, I go back, then I'm going to pivot, look back at the camera, up, down, and then pivot again. So, guys, we're here, each, pivot, ni, pivot, san, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay, 10. All right. So that's our nice basic pivot. Next, our turn or tenkan. So as I'm here left in iriminage, I pivot, and then I just draw that foot back for my tenkan. Okay, if I do it facing the camera, or sorry, facing the way the camera is facing, as I'm here, I pivot, I look at the camera, and then I draw my right foot back to maintain my left foot forward. If I do it again, I should be right back where I started. And then, just for reference, please try to keep your hands in front of you the whole time. And if you notice, I like to bring my foot straight back. Some people will make it hard with it. It's a stylistic thing. Please do whatever your instructor recommends it, which way you do it. So from here, let's do 10, pivot, back, each, knee, san, shi, go, rope, ichi, hachi, ku, ju. All right, same song, same dance. Now with the right foot in front, same thing. So mikihami, pivot, draw back, each, pivot, draw back, knee, san, shi, go, rope, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. All right. Next, stepping and turning. Irimi tenkan. So as we're here, we're just going to step forward, pivot, draw that foot back. I change feet each time. I'll step forward, pivot, draw that foot back. So the way the camera's facing is I'm here, left, and I step with my right foot, I step, I pivot. I draw my left foot back. Now my right foot is facing forward towards the camera. I do it again. I step, pivot, draw that right foot back now. Now I'm back where I started left foot iriminage. Okay? So we're here. And we step, pivot, draw the foot back. Each. Step, pivot, draw the foot back. Knee. Step, pivot, draw back, san. Step, pivot, draw back, shi, and roll. Roll. Shi. Hach. Ku. Ju. Okay. So that's irimi tenkan, but just with moving the hands forward. Now we'll do it with that swing up exercise, menuchi, ikkyo, undo. Some people will call it ikkyo arms. So we're going to protect the face. Now, as we move forward, we still swing up, pivot, hands come down. If you notice, the hands, for me, just come straight up and down. Even as I go faster, they're just straight up and down. There's no bringing them kind of sideways or anything. They're just here, up, and down. Okay? So, let's try that. So, we're all hopefully facing the same way. Facing where the camera's facing, and step, hands raised, pivot, draw back, hands down. Each step and raise, pivot, draw back and down. Knee, step and raise, pivot, and down. San, and shi, go, rope, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay, hey, all right. I know my left foot facing that way. It's a good guy. All right. Front foot tenchin. So something's essentially coming and attacking us from I'm here left, look at that. How many something's attacking me from my front side, coming to the left side of my face. So I still protect the face. My hands raise up. My hips would turn slightly, but my foot comes back, hands come down. I've changed feet. So if I do it the way the camera's facing, I'm here, something's coming to my left side. I acknowledge it, my hips are turning that way. I move the foot back, hands come down. Okay? So, as we're here, something's coming, we acknowledge it. We're turning our hips that way, our foot moves back, and it replaces with our other foot in front. Okay? So, I'm just going to do this one facing the camera, so we'll be kind of we should be opposite. So I'm here, left, look at that behind me, and each. Turn back to center. Knee. Sun. Sheets. Go. Rope. Sheet. Hatch. Cool. Juice. Okay, now I've got a knee behind me. Now something's coming to my right side. Okay? So as I'm here, and each. Knee. Sun. Sheet. Go. Rope. Sheet. Hachi. Ku. Ju. Okay, now back to the left. And that how many? The last for the footwork we'll talk about this evening is rear foot tension. As I'm here, now something is going to come to my open side, which is going to be my right side. Again, I would acknowledge something's coming from that side. Turn my hips. Now my back foot moves. Front foot follows. My feet don't change. Okay? As I'm here, something coming towards me, and I move back and down. Again, at this angle. Okay? I try to avoid moving 90 degrees. Okay? So if I'm here, ideally I move 45. I try not to move 90. Okay? So I'm going to do this one facing the way the camera's facing. So here, left, look at that behind me. Something comes in. Each. Knee. Sun. Shi. Go. Rope. Shichi. Hachi. Ku. Ju. All right. Right underneath behind me. Same thing. Now something's coming to our left side. And each. Knee. Sun. Shi. Go. Rope. Shichi. Hachi. Ku. Ju. Okay. So, again, I know I've said it a couple times, but one of the reasons I concentrate so much on footwork is, for me, that's what a lot of Aikido is how do you move your feet, how do you move your body in order to get to the right position so you get into the technique. Now, let's go ahead and get into tonight's lesson with our COVID-approved partner. Hello, COVID-approved partner. We still need a name for him, so please, if you have a name or a suggestion, please drop it into our Facebook page, email, something. All right, so we're gonna come off of idea of a singular attack, which is gonna be a shomen, okay? So stepping and attacking, hitting the top of the head, all right? So, get it this way so you can see it hitting my head. So here, stepping, hitting my head, okay? Generally, when we do this, we would be here in yakyu-hami. I've got my right side forward, he's got his left side forward, and my partner is going to then step and strike with their right hand onto my head. So, as my partner will move forward, we will start with just doing that menuchi ikkyo undo as we step in and we kaiten. We're going to pivot. Here, raise up, pivot back, and then step through the throat. Okay, so if I'm here, my partner steps and strikes, I get to the outside, I kaiten or pivot, I put my partner's head to my shoulder, I raise up looking back, and then stepping through and behind my partner for, this is one variant of an iriminage. We're going to probably hopefully get through at least 2 or 3 variants this evening, okay? So thank you, Coach partner. So the basic body mechanics are that shomen strike comes in, I step off the line, I pivot, hand comes to the shoulder, I raise up, pivot back, stepping through the throat. Okay? So, we're going to do this about 8 times. That way we hit all 4 corners, so hopefully everyone can see from a perspective that suits best for them. If not, please chime in, let us know, and that way we can clarify anything that, any questions you may have. So we're going to start here right or mihami, so my right foot's forward, hands are up. Shomen is going to come in, they're going to strike. So as they strike, I step off the line, hands are raised, I kaiten, I bring their head to my shoulder. So I have my left hand onto my right shoulder, I raise up, I'm just moving this way forward a little bit so I don't fall off yet. I raise up, I pivot or kaiten back, stepping through the throat. Right? So now left or iriminage. So the partner's going to start with their left hand, hands are here. I step with your arms, kaiten. As I kaiten, I bring their head to my shoulder. So right hand on my left shoulder, raise that hand up, pivot back, stepping through the throat. Okay, facing the camera. Here, right or mihami. That shomen comes in, I step off the line, protecting the head. Kaiten. Left hand on right shoulder, I raise up. Kaiten back, stepping through the throat. Okay. Left or iriminage, shomen is going to come in. As it comes in, I step, raising. Kaiten. Right hand on the left shoulder. Left hand raises up. Kaiten or pivot back, step through the throat. Okay, now on the 90s, here I am, right or mihami. Shomen comes in, I step. Irimi, kaiten. I raise up, kaiten back, step through the throat. Okay, left or iriminage. Shomen comes in, I step, irimi, kaiten. I raise up, kaiten back, step through the throat. Okay, last 2. So here I am, right or mihami. That shomen comes in, I step off the line, irimi, kaiten. I have that head right here on my right shoulder. I raise my right hand up, pivot back, step through the throat. Last one. Here, left iriminage. Shomen comes in. I step irimi. Kaiten. Make sure that right hand is on the left shoulder. I raise up. Kaiten back. Stepping through the throat. So the ukemi portion of that is I would be here. I would step and shomen. Now from here, my partner would bring my head forward and to their shoulder. Then it would raise up. My shoulders would be off my hips. Then as they would step through the throat, my front foot steps back. I essentially do a backward lunge, up and down. Okay? So, well, let's do this one about 6 times. So we do facing the way the camera is, facing back, and then we'll do one on each of the knives. So if my partner is here, right or midi-hami, I'm here, left or hidagi. I'm going to be striking shomen with my right hand. So I step, strike shomen. My partner comes next to me. They do that kaiten. They take my head off of my hips, off my shoulders. They would then raise it up, kaiten. Now they're facing back towards the camera. Notice shoulders are off my hips. Now as they step through, I step my right leg back, bring it down, and up to simulate my pin. So partners here, left or hidari-hami. Here, right or midi-hami. Striking shomen with my left hand. So I step, strike shomen, they get to the side of me, they kaiten, they bring my head towards their shoulder. Again, shoulders are off my hips, they raise it up, they kaiten. Now they step through, so my left foot comes back, comes down, and up. So now facing towards the camera, my partner's going to be here, right or midi-hami. So I'm left or hidari, striking with my right hand. I step, strike shomen. They're going to come next to me. They're going to do kaiten. As they do that, my head will go forward towards their shoulder. Shoulders off the hips. They raise it up. As they raise up, they're going to kaiten and then step through. My right foot comes back, down, and up. Okay. Partners here, left or hidari-hami. Right or midi, striking with my left hand. So I step, strike shomen. As I strike shomen, partners next to me, they do the kaiten, so they bring my head to their shoulder. They raise up, they kaiten back. Shoulders are still off my hips. They step through, so my left foot comes back, down, and up. All right, last 2 on the ukemi. Partners here. Actually, we'll do it this way. Partners here, right or midi-hami. I'm here, left or hidari. So I step, strike shomen. As I strike shomen, they kaiten, bring my head towards their shoulder. They raise up, shoulders off my hips. They kaiten, and then they step through. My right foot comes back, down, and up. Okay, last one. Partners here, left or hidari-hami. I'm here, right or midi-hami. Striking with my left hand. So I step, strike shomen. As I do that, they kaiten, bring my head forward. They raise up, kaiten back. Shoulders are off my hips. As they step through, my left foot steps back, and then I come down to the knee and up. Okay, so that's the first one. All the ones we're going to do this evening are going to be from a shomen attack, a shomen strike. Okay, so first one is stepping, kaiten, stepping through. Next one we're going to do is a tenkan. Come here, go to the partner. So as my partner strikes that shomen, I still step. Now from here, I'm behind my partner. As I'm behind my partner, I bring my foot around and I tenkan. head, again on your shoulder, I raise it up, and then stepping through to throw, okay? So please don't do what I did, which is just bend over. Doing that because my partner's a little flimsy at times. So, as that, ooh, hey, how you doing? As that shomen comes in, now we step. As we step, we would do irimi, tenkan, raising up, and then stepping through to throw. Okay? So now we're going to just be stepping through. We're going to do irimi tenkan. So from this perspective, it's here. Shomen strike comes in. I step, irimi, tenkan, comes up, and then steps in through the throw. Okay, all right, children, group partner, thank you for your assistance. The base of what we're doing is that same one comes in, I'm stepping, irimi, tenkan, that hand is coming up, and then stepping through the throw. Now, if you can, please do better than I do, and try to keep good posture the whole way through. Try to keep those shoulders stacked over those hips. Sometimes you'll see some of the shihan where they'll actually kind of almost bow in a little bit, but when they do it, they don't let their chest break over their knee. So they'll come down and they'll come here to get maybe a little extra oomph into it or to help their partner down. So, but please try to keep good posture the whole way. Okay, so on that note, again, we're doing them in the eights. So we'll try to hit all four directions. So first things first, facing the way the camera's facing, I'm here. So I'll start here, right, or menuchi. So partners be striking with their right hand. So as they do that, I step, irimi with those ikkyo arms, tenkan, bringing that left hand over to that left shoulder. Now I should be facing, you should be facing the camera. Then I step through the throw. So now left, or hit iriminage. Now partner striking with the left hand. We step, irimi, tenkan. Now facing back to the camera, stepping through to throw. Facing the camera here, I'm right iriminage, shomen comes in, I step, irimi, tenkan. Now facing the way the camera's facing, stepping my right foot through and throw. Left or iriminage, facing back in the camera. We step, irimi, tenkan, hand raises up, stepping through the throw. Now on the 90s. Here, right iriminage, shomen comes in, we step, irimi, tenkan, hands raised up, stepping through the throw. Left or iriminage, shomen comes in with their left hand, we step, irimi, tenkan, hands up, stepping through the throw. Okay, last two. Right iriminage, is going to come in, strike with their right hand, you step off the line, irimi, tenkan, make sure that left hand is up on the right shoulder, step through the right foot and throw. Okay, last one. Left or iriminage, let me strike with the left hand, we step, irimi, tenkan, hands raised up, stepping through the throw. Now, for the ukemi, last time we just went forward and backward, okay? This time we gotta turn a corner. So as we turn that corner, we gotta remember that we would actually have a physical body right there, so we just can't step straight back. We would actually have to come around the corner and have the hand come up. Okay, so if I do it the way the camera's facing as I'm here, as I strike shomen, bam, here, and my partner gets behind me, they would be maneuvering my head over and around my front foot, and I would be facing back this way. Again, shoulders would be off my hips. As they raise up, again, I'm in the same compromised position, and as they step through, I would step back. So, big thing is, you've got a natural body back behind your back, so you just can't step back. You have to come around the corner. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So, if my partner's here, right or behind me, I'm left or hidari, striking with my right hand. So from here, I step, strike, shomen. My partner steps next to me. Now, as I do that 10 times, they bring my head over and I turn this corner. I face back to the camera. Now they raise up. As they raise up, shoulders drop the hips. As they step through now, my right foot steps back. Come down to that right knee and up. Okay, partners here, left or hidari hami. Right or migi, striking with my left hand. This one. So I strike shomen. As I do, my partner's next to me. They do that irimi, and they do the tenkan. My head would come over to my left side. My foot comes around that corner. I'm facing out the camera now. They raise up. As they raise up, shoulders drop the hips. They step through. My left foot steps back. As it steps back, I go down to the knee and up. Okay. Partners here, right or hami. I'm left or hidari, striking with my right hand. Make sure I don't fall off the edge. So from here, I step with my right, strike shomen. They come next to me, they do the irimi. As they do the tenkan, my head comes over to the side. To the right, I come around the corner, head comes up, shoulders drop the hips. As they step through, my right foot steps back, down to the knee, and up. Okay, partners here, left or hidari hami. Right or migi, striking with the left hand. So I step, strike, shomen. My partner steps next to me. They do the irimi tenkan. So my head comes over, left side. I come around the corner. Here they raise up, shoulders are off the hips. As they step through, left foot comes back, come down, and up. Okay. So, partners here, right or migi hami, left or hidari. So here, I step, strike with my right hand, shomen. They step behind me, irimi, tenkan. As they do that, my right foot comes around the corner, raises up, shoulders drop the hips, and then they step through. As they step through, right foot comes back, down, and up. Okay, last one. Partners here, left or hidari hami, right or migi hami, start with my left hand, shomen. As I do that, partner comes next to me, irimi, tenkan. As I do that, come around to the left side, turn in the corner, raises up, shoulders drop the hips, they step through, left foot steps back, down, and up. Okay. So, those are the two basic iriminages that we'll generally show at the very, very beginning. Now we're just going to add a third one that just kind of puts those two pieces together. It's irimi tenkan with a kaiten. So all we're going to do is we'll just do one more pivot. So let me get my cover to put apart. I think this one actually works a little bit better if I started on the side. So from the 90-degree, my partner steps and shomens. I come in irimi, tenkan. And then from here, I kaiten. I'm just going to pivot back around, facing this way. And then from here, I can just slide in and throw. Okay? So, as I'm here, that strike comes in, irimi, tenkan, and then kaiten. I'm just pivoting my hips back to the front. As I pivot back to the front, then I can slide through and throw. So thank you, Hogan Crew partner. So facing back into the camera, as I'm here, as it comes in, I'm going to step, hands are going to come in or come up. I do that tenkan. As I do that tenkan, I'm just going to pivot my hips back. So I'm facing the way I started, and then from here I can just slide forward to finish the throw. All right, so we're facing the same way. The mechanics are I'm here left or iriminage. I step, raise my hands. I pivot or tenkan, pardon me. Now from here, I just want to pivot back to the front. I kaiten. As I kaiten, my hand stays up. Then I slide forward to throw. So we do this one nice and slow, just so the feet don't get lost. So as we're here, shomen comes in, we step, irimi, pivot, draw that right foot back. As you draw that right foot back, that left hand is on the right shoulder. And now we're going to pivot back to the front, kaiten. And then we just slide forward to throw. Right? So left or iriminage, as that shomen comes in, we step with our right foot, we do that irimi, we pivot, we draw that left foot back, that's our tenkan. Right hand's on our left shoulder, now we pivot back to the front, kaiten, and then slide forward to throw. Backing into the camera, as we're here, right or iriminage, that shomen comes in from the right hand, we step, irimi, protecting the face. As we tenkan, that left hand comes to the right shoulder. And then we kaiten, pivoting back, facing the way we started, and then slide forward to throw. Okay. Left or iriminage, facing the camera, our right foot steps, we raise up. We pivot, draw that left foot back, right hand is on the left shoulder, that's our tenkan. We now kaiten or pivot back to the front, left hand is raised back up, slide and throw. On the 90s, right or iriminage, shomen comes in, we step with that left foot, irimi, pivot, draw that right foot back, tenkan, left hand is on the right shoulder. We kaiten, so we're facing back to the front. Hand is up, slide forward and throw. Left or iriminage. Shomen comes in, we step, irimi, pivot, turn, tenkan, pivot back to the front, kaiten, slide through and throw. Last two. Left or iriminage. Shomen comes in. We step with that left foot, raising up. Pivoting, draw that right foot back. Left hand is on the right shoulder. Pivot back to the front. Slide through and throw. Okay, last one. Left or iriminage. Shomen comes in, we step. Irimi. Tenkan, left hand, sorry, right hand's on the left shoulder. Kaiten, facing back with the left hand, up, left foot forward, slide through, and throw. So as you can imagine, the ukemi on this was going to be a little bit more interesting, so to speak. So, basic ukemi, I would be striking. Again, my partner's going to come back behind me, do that irimi. Tenkan here. Now, from here, they would do that kaiten, so it gets me back to this position, and then stepping through and throwing. Okay, so as we're here, I strike. As I strike, my partner's going to bring me around. As you bring me around, that's for the tenkan. Now, at this point, they're going to kaiten, get me to here. Okay, and then stepping through the throat. So, partners here, right or midi hami, left or hidari. So here, I step, strike, shomen with my right hand. As I do, partner steps behind me. They do that irimi, tenkan. Now from here, they're just going to go ahead and kaiten, bring me to this point here. So as I'm here, shoulders are totally off the hips. As they step through, right foot steps back, down to the knee, and up. Okay, partner is left or hidari hami, right or midi. So here I step, strike, shomen. As I do that, my partner steps behind me, irimi, tenkan. As they do the tenkan, now they do that kaiten. They bring me to this spot here. Okay, as I'm in this spot, shoulders are way off the hips. They step through. As they step through, my left foot comes back, down, and up. Okay. Partner is right or midi hami, left or hidari. So I step, strike, shomen, comes back behind me, irimi, tenkan. Now here, kaiten. Here I'm almost 90 degrees to my partner. They're going to step through. As they step through, my right foot comes back, down to that lunge, and up. Partners here, left or hidari, right or midi. Striking with my left hand. So I strike shomen, partner comes next to me, irimi, tenkan, kaiten. So from here, now they're going to step through and throw that way. So my left foot comes back, left knee comes down, and up. Okay. Partners here, right or midi hami, left or hidari. Striking with my right hand, strike shomen, come around me. They do irimi, tenkan, kaiten. Now from here, my partner is throwing that way. As they throw that way, my right foot comes back, down to the knee, and up. Okay, last one. Left or hidari hami. Right or midi hami, striking with my left hand. So I strike, shomen, they step behind me, irimi, tenkan. They do the tenkan. Now they kaiten. They kaiten. I'm facing this way, partner's throwing that way. Okay, step through, left foot comes back, down, and up. Okay. Now a slightly more advanced iriminage, but it's only advanced in the terms of how the footwork starts. Because we've already done all the pieces for the technique itself. From that same shomen, I can also do a rear foot tenchin. As I do that rear foot tenchin, I have their hand there. I step irimi, kaiten, raise up, and go through. That shomen comes in. I'm just going to start with a rear foot tenchin, just so I can get out of the way of the strike. Then my hand would come to the outside. I would step irimi, kaiten, raise up, and then back to throw, just like we did before. Okay? So we only got a few minutes, so let's go ahead and see if we can get this one done in time. So the basic motion is, as I'm here, that shomen comes in, maybe I'm late, So I do a rear foot tension to get out of the way. Now from here, have two hands on theirs. I can take my right hand, put it on the outside of their right hand, step in with my left foot, kaiten, raise up, and throw. Okay? So from the camera perspective, if I look back at the camera, that shomen's coming in here. I do that rear foot tension. Hand will come to the outside. I step irimi, kaiten, raise up, and throw. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this one done. So here, right and behind me, shomen comes in. So rear foot tension. So I do the rear foot tension, my hands stay in front of me. My right hand would go to the outside. I step with my left foot. Irimi, kaiten, hand to the shoulder, raise up, step through and throw. Left again, iriminage, shomen comes in, rear foot tension. Left hand stays on the outside of their left hand. I step with my right foot, irimi, kaiten, right hand on the left shoulder, raise up, step through with the left foot. Okay, facing back to the camera. Here, shomen comes in, rear foot tension. Right hand goes to the outside of their right hand, left foot steps, irimi, kaiten. Raise up, kaiten back, stepping through the throat. Left to iriminage, shomen comes in, rear foot tension. As I'm here, left hand stays outside of their left hand, irimi, kaiten. Raise up, stepping through the throat. Right behind me, shomen comes in, rear foot tension. Right hand stays outside of their right hand, left foot steps, irimi, kaiten, raise up, step through the throat. Left and behind me, shomen comes in, rear foot tension, left hand stays on the outside, step, irimi, kaiten, kaiten back, and throw. Last two. Left and behind me, shomen comes in, rear foot tension. Right hand stays on the outside, step with that left foot, kaiten, raise up, step through. Left and behind me, shomen comes in, rear foot tension. Left hand stays on the outside, step with the left foot, irimi, kaiten, raise up, kaiten back, stepping through the throat. And the chiming of the bell says that that's our class for this evening. So let's go ahead and bow on out.
Thank you, Sensei.
Okay, thank you all very much for joining us this evening. So next Zoom class will be tomorrow night, Wednesday. We're going to continue on with the iriminage theme. And if we get through like the next three of them, then we'll start on kotegaeshi. Okay, so with that being said, stay warm, stay safe, have a good evening.